Seems like every time I want to record, it's always a windy day. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be working on the Skyline. Finally get the intercooler put in. I've been postponing it for a while because I was on the fence. Should I sell it? Should I keep it? Wasn't quite sure. You know, we have the Mark IV Supra, and then of course we always have the GR Supra right here. It's covered because it was raining the other night. But you know, I kind of neglected the R33 just because it was kind of like unknown for the channel, and you know, for our personal lives, since you know I have a 2-car garage and I have 3 cars. So where do I put it? You know what I mean? Which one do I sacrifice and leave outside? I chose GR Supra, but we're going to go ahead and keep the Skyline for the foreseeable future. And with that, because I got the intercooler and it's just sitting in the trunk, we're going to go ahead and put it on. Now, I will say that I am not the best when it comes to taking off body panels and everything. And, you know, I'm always iffy about it because, especially with something like this, I don't want to break anything. So I'm going to go ahead and try my hand at it and see how it goes. But it shouldn't be too difficult. So let's get into it. And if I forgot to mention, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. You know, I got quite a bit of subscribers, but not a lot of activity or views going on. So I'll get like onesie twosies people subscribe because they think they like it, but they don't watch it. So, you know, please hit that like and comment or something. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Just give you a little idea in case you haven't seen my channel before. I installed a GTR style wing on there. It has like these GTR style rims. I'm not doing a GTR conversion, so don't think that's what I'm trying to do. Just want to give it a little bit more style. It's on coilovers right now. We got a cold air intake and, well, intake at least, you know, and a blow off valve from HKS, which I'll show you now. All right, so this is the engine bay as it sits. Like I said, HKS intake, and then I got the HKS blow off valve right there, and it sounds pretty damn good. If you want to see some of those videos, I got the link. Listen, my finger, boom, right there. So let's just get to the intercooler. I know we got to take off some of these bolts around here to take it off. You know, I'm really not quite sure. I'm just gonna start going at it and see what we could do. All right, so looks like after I removed this, that was just held by zip ties because whoever put it on last didn't quite put it on, I guess, correctly. There's these screws right here. I'm gonna loosen off and then see what other mounting points there are around here. I may have to move the lights, not quite sure, but that's the progress we're on. Show you some of the piping. This is a Blitz SE Intercooler, so it will go on with the factory hose, so no cutting or modifying on this side. Usually you drill a hole right here and then redo it some other way. I don't know, I didn't feel like doing all that. I just want to use the factory hose or whatever right here and right here, so a lot easier. You know, I'm not looking for super huge power, looking for something that's functional. This, we're going to replace the small stock one. All right, well, that came off. Looks like I got some zip tie stuff here. There's zip ties all underneath it, so whoever previously had it, zip tied it a lot. But let me finish getting this off, and so we can hurry up and get this bar off. All right, with the bumper out of the way now, put to the side, we could take a look at the intercooler. It is a Blitz Intercooler. You can see the funky shape of it because, like I said, it uses the stock route to the pipes. So instead of going out that way, it goes out underneath, and then over here replaces the stock intercooler, which is right there, and it comes up. Still got to take off the air intake, and I got to take off the little shroud here in order to disconnect these so we can get them hooked up the right way. Still a lot of work. Still got to remove that crash bar. You see the little bit of rust that's going on right there. I may have to fix that before I put it back on, just for safe, you know, safekeeping. This car used to be a white one, and you could tell that by the plate here. This car used to be white at one point, but the inside and everything has been repainted, and it just looks really good. So you'd have fooled me and told me it was silver, I would have believed it, but here are the telltale signs of it all over the place underneath. But let's continue on. Let's get that crash bar off and then the baby intercooler off. All right, it took a little convincing and I had a little help with the torch here, but I think I finally am able to get this off. So let me see if I can start to attempt that now. All right, there you are. Pretty hefty feeling thing. Let's go ahead and put this to the side. All right, so there we have it. The full front is off. I went ahead and took apart the shroud that was here so we can get access to the intake, and these are the tubes right here that we'll be using. So down here, let me see, down here are where the intercooler tubes come up, and that's what we'll connect it to. You're getting used to this camera. Oh, sorry guys. Whew. Took a little effort, but here is the baby intercooler that's on it right now, and we'll go ahead and take that off. We'll go ahead and take that off and see how we're going to place the new intercooler on. All right, so this is where I'm at. I'm at my wits end, my back is hurting, and whoever decided to do this painted this all wrong, and the clamp at the bottom here, it's facing the opposite direction, so you can't get to it. So I'm gonna have to tackle that probably when I get off of work tomorrow, but for right now it's just gonna stay like this. I'm gonna clean up and wait till the next day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, update. I was starting to put stuff up, and then I was like, let me give it one more crack, and we successfully was able to get the intercooler off the R33. It was a pain, but we did it. The bolts didn't want to come off right there. They just kept spinning and spinning, and then for some reason there's like this residue, almost like it's glue or something. Let me see. So you just, let me see, where am I at? I'm sorry. See, it's just really bad. This side doesn't have it, but this side does. But where that doesn't have it on the actual pipe, sorry about all the motion, you have it right around here. So I don't know what that's about. If someone knows what's going on with that, let me know. But I'm done for the day. I'm a little tired. Did a lot, so you know, happy with that. Man, look at all these grays, man. Okay, anyway, until tomorrow. All right, day 2. It's a pretty day. I skipped yesterday because it was windy and cloudy, and it just wasn't a good day to work on the car. Today it's nice. It's a little hazy. Jets are all over the place, so I won't be doing too much talking. Okay, so first we gotta take off this bolt in order to put the new bracket on. So let's do that now. And now we're just going to put the intercooler onto the bracket. Alright, so it's lightly on there. Just doing it right now so we could kind of get a glimpse of what it's going to look like. Not to mention, we still got to put all the other tubes on there. So I'm going to lightly tighten it, and then we're going to go ahead and put all the other tubes on. That way we can start assembling everything together. Alright, so update, this thing is kicking my butt now. Of course, it never goes smoothly. There's something always comes up, and let me show you. Alright, so you have, let me see if I can get my camera. So you have this bolt right here, and then on the side of it, that one right there. Well, they're supposed to spin and come off, but I don't know, you can see how rusty it is. It will just spin and spin and spin, and so because it's such a tight space down there, I have no choice but to come up. Let me see, I'm sorry. You see those two silver things right there? And look at the way the position of the clamp is. So I am going to take my saw and go ahead and cut those bolts because we're not going to need them after this. Alright, so I got that bracket off. So now, gotta leave this camera. And now I gotta get those two little tabs off. So I'm trying to figure out if I should take the saw to it, or maybe if it's rusted enough, I could just hit it with the hammer and chisel and it'll come right off. Let's see. Whew, this is no easy task, let me tell you. Maybe if it was nice and clean, it wouldn't be no problem, but everything's kind of rusty under there, so oof. All right, so finally got those two bolts off, and this is what it looks like right there. I've already tightened the top bolt right here, tied it to the body. I already put the clamps on over the coupler, and this is what it's supposed to look like. Comes right out there. I still need to put this back on, and then of course the other part of the intercooler that goes into the intake or the manifold. And yeah, so slowly getting it, but my biggest pain is gone. Those two bolts, oh my god, they're just a pain. So glad that's done with. There's all the rusted parts. Had to cut through them with my Dremel. Finally got it done, so let's finally finish putting this together. All right, everything is buttoned up as it should. I had the intake back on, all the couplers tightened up, everything seems pretty tight. Intercooler's on. Only one thing left to do: turn it on and see if we have any leaks. Good to me. Let's go ahead and finish putting everything else back on. But that's going to be for another day because I'm tired. All right, day 347 and whatever, or probably day. All right, day 4. We're finally going to cut the crash bar so it'll fit better on the Skyline. Right now, let me show you what we're dealing with. So right now we're off just a little bit because I added space from the bar, from the intercooler. So I have it marked out where we're going to cut on the inside, this one right here, and then we're also going to cut it on this side as well, so we could take some of that off and then have it fit into the slot. I won't cut too much, but just enough because you can see it's hidden there. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. See, so it's impinging a little bit right there. So we could just cut it. We'll be good to go. I have my tool here set up. It is cold, so I don't plan to do too much. Hopefully, just get the crash bar, get it cut, go back inside and warm up because I'm not liking this cold weather. So let's get to it. Okay, so was finally able to get it. I don't know if you can see, where is it? Right there. It was finally able to sink in right where it's supposed to. I did cut it a little bit right there. It goes all the way through. Barely not touching, but you know what? It's not touching. So was able to get it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint it a little bit because you know that's bare metal on there now. So spray paint it, that way we don't get any rust in there. All right, so I got some spray paint here. I'm gonna hit it with this Rust-Oleum whatever paint and primer. So we'll go ahead and hit it with that, and then I got this silver to bring it back to that silver look. yeah, you know, whatever. It's not gonna be seen, so I really don't care. All right, so the paint is dry. I went ahead and off camera hit it with the silver behind me. It kind of got a little wet. Oh, wrong way again. It got a little wet. So I'm gonna try to do what I can right now. So you can see that I painted it. You can see some of the runoff paint, but you know, I don't care. You kind of see a little bit of the black primer underneath it. It's all right. It's all good. We're gonna go ahead and put it on anyway, see how it looks. All right, we're in business. It is tied down or bolted down. It's not moving anywhere. Little kick test. There we go. All right, so that is done. On to the bumper. Okay, so as expected, I am going to trim some of the bumper. So I have to take a lot of this off. That way it fits, as well as this one sticks way in, and that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. That way I can fit it on. Got my Dremel tool all ready. Do we see down? There we go, Dremel tool. And let's see if we can get some of this knocked off. Okay, so maybe hard to see a little bit, but I finished cutting. I haven't put it all the way on just simply because the way the cuts are so rough. I'm going to need to smooth it out, but that's what it looks like right now. Oh, this side fits right in. This side's giving me issues. There we go. Now we're in. All right. A little brute force never hurt nothing. All right, before you put your bumper entirely back together, make sure you plug in your lights and test them out. I almost made that mistake and I remember, oh, plug it in. So don't forget to do that step when you're doing it. Obviously they work, so let's finish putting it on. All right, this is where we're at. I was able to get this side, no problem. But then over here, I was running into issues where it's not going to stay up and it keeps, there's some kind of flexion going on where it doesn't want to come up. So I gotta figure out what's going on, but that's a tomorrow's issue because Alexa, what time is it? Ugh, see, it's 10:21 at night. I'm tired. You can tell by my hair. So we're just gonna finish this up tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not raining, and then we can actually go for test drives. See you tomorrow. Got it. Was that? Oh yeah, it will. That thing ain't coming off no more. Oh, that's it. Finally. That was the last bolt. We got a little bit of gappage here. Yeah, I see that. So we got a little bit of gap right here, and I don't know what that's from. We used both our feet to get it while I was trying to put it in there, but you know, I want to call that job complete. I did a lot to get this done, and I'm glad to say it's done. The next thing to do is just put the bit of centerpiece, and then finally completely done. There are these screws right here. There are these parts right here that are not quite flush, and it's not down for some reason. and I think that could be the reason why. But I'll go ahead and go to the auto store and buy the replacement plugs for those and screw them down, and that should fix that problem. So in a hot boy fashion, we're going to go ahead and zip tie these right now. Huh, I don't know where that one went. Looks like it went behind the radiator. That's it. There we go. So as we move backwards and take a look at the car complete, it doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good. Down here, my only concern is that the pipe is a little lower than the bumper, so I will have to worry about that. Probably raise the car up a little bit. Other than that, I am kind of growing accustomed to the bumper since I trimmed it up now. Now it actually looks pretty good. So that's it for the Skyline. For right now, the intercooler is working really good. It feels like it boosts really good, really high. I feel like it hits a little harder, but it could be the suspension. I don't know, these back rows that I have here by my house don't always give you the best for when you really hit it, real bouncy. So coilovers, lowering springs may be the next thing to do, but that's it for right now. Appreciate you watching.